What is going on, guys? It's your buddy Double D bringing you some more Destiny gameplay in the background, and today we're going to talk about Destiny and gear. Now, for those of you who play this game, I'm sure you're already aware of how frustrating it is to try and get high-level gear. The reason it's so frustrating is because it is completely random. There is no rhyme or reason as to who gets what. And that creates several problems outside of the realm of me just not getting the gear that I want. And I want to go over those problems. Now, first of all, the way you get gear in Destiny is completely random. RNG is what you're looking for, random number generator. That is the system within the game that determines every time you kill a monster what that monster is going to drop. Now, for those of us who are familiar with MMOs, this is not a new concept. However, Destiny has added a whole nother level of RNG and frustration here with this engram system. And let me explain the problem with it here. When I have a minuscule chance at getting something to drop, that's frustrating enough, but it's okay. I understand. When you add a whole nother level, which is the Cryptarch, it becomes even more frustrating, and it really kind of turns me off from the game. Now, let me explain why. Most people are used to grinding to high level and then grinding through dungeons to get gear. There's a chance to get a certain amount of gear or a certain piece of gear. You know what you're looking for. You know what boss you're going after, and then based off of what piece of gear you're looking for, you farm that boss over and over again. So, let's say I'm looking for an exotic primary rifle. I know that these 3 raid bosses drop it. Well, I'm going to go farm those 3 raid bosses over and over and over and over and over until I get what I'm looking for. In this game, however, it is completely random. Everything is strewn out around everything, meaning a level 4 monster in Earth in the starter zone has the same chance to drop something for me that I can use as, you know, a level 25, a level 26 strike boss. That is ridiculous. It spreads the gear out way too much, and it forces people to do cheesy things like what's going on right now with this Earth Cave camping, where people go back to the starter zone. I'm talking level 26 and up. They sit outside of this cave, and they kill monsters non-stop as they're spawning in a cave before they even have a chance to get out, because that is the most effective way of farming. Now, the problem with this and why people are forced to do that is the engrams. Now, when you pull that lever on the lottery machine, you have a chance to win. However very small it may be, you still have a chance to win. When you're pulling on the RNG machine in Destiny, you're really not playing to win or lose. You're playing for a chance to play. Meaning, not only am I trying to get a piece of gear, but now once I get that piece of gear to drop, let's say I get a legendary engram, it may or may not be the piece of gear that I was looking for. It may be a foot engram. It may be a head engram. But let's just say that I get super lucky and it's a legendary primary weapon engram, which is something that I've been looking for. Now, that's not the end of it. I still have to go to the Cryptarch and decrypt my engram. And there is no guarantee that I am going to get I am going to get the weapon that I want, okay? I could get any primary weapon. Scout rifle, pulse rifle, auto rifle, hand cannon. With the hand cannons suck in this game. And on top of that, there's no guarantee that it's going to be a legendary. I can very easily pull that lever and get, you know, an uncommon, or not an uncommon, but a rare. And I could also get no weapon at all. I could get upgrade materials for the weapon that I don't have yet. Or I could get strange coins, or I could get motes of light. And that just is a little frustrating, and it seems a little ridiculous. It seems like there's too much dependency on the random number generator in this game to fall in your favor. But what that does is it makes it to where people don't have a goal in mind. You know, let's take World of Warcraft, for example. You know that the end raid boss drops the best weapon in the game. Well, now that's your goal. Your goal is to down that end raid boss. There's no goal in this game. If I want to get better gear, I go sit outside a level 4 cave for 3 hours and just shoot into this cave non-stop. There's nothing fun about that. Now, The other problem comes in the form of me leveling up past level 25. I am completely dependent now on the random number generator. I've gotten the best tier gear that I can get. There is no gear in Destiny from the reputation vendors that have anything higher than 18 light on it, or at least I haven't seen it. If there is, please let me know so I can start farming that reputation. But that puts me at level 25. Now, the Vault of Glass is level 26. The Weekly Heroic is level 28. So to get better gear, I have to be higher level. But to be higher level, I have to get better gear. So you see where this paradox comes into play, where I can't get better gear unless I get better gear. And that just seems completely ridiculous, especially when I didn't see this guy here at all. That guy totally snuck up on me. But it completely just kind of puts a damp on my spirit, you know. You go in and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to play. But it kind of turns the game back into Call of Duty, and that's what I was really enjoying about it, was that there was a reason to play outside of just going in and playing a couple multiplayer matches. Right now, I really feel like there's not, because you do really well in a multiplayer match, and you get absolutely nothing for your efforts. Absolutely nothing. You don't get more reputation gain. You don't get more marks than someone who may have done poorly. You don't have a better chance of getting gear than that person does. As a matter of fact, I've seen the guy in last place walk away with legendary engrams, and whoever was in first place absolutely got nothing. Nothing. I'm not saying they got a piece of gear that was trash. They actually got nothing. That's kind of ridiculous, and it's a little frustrating. Now, it is the only frustrating part of this game, but still, that's a pretty big part of the game. When you get your characters to level 25, you have in-game content that people want to participate in. However, they simply cannot because they're unlucky. So you're alienating a bunch of people based on RNG. Now, the other problem that I see that's bringing up is going to be the Iron Banner. So far in the Crucible, we've had nothing but level advantages disabled. However, when the Iron Banner comes out, all of these people who have been lucky enough to get good weapons, all of these people who have been lucky enough to level past 25 because they've gotten good drops, are going to have an advantage. And I think that completely defeats the purpose of why Bungie did this the way they did it. I understand where Bungie was coming from. They didn't want their casual players to feel like they were at a disadvantage. However, what you're doing is you're creating this random environment where everyone's at a disadvantage because there's nothing. It's not skill based. It's not time based. It's completely lottery based system, and that's going to create a problem when Iron Banner comes out. But right now, currently, I don't know. I would like to see more from Bungie, more of an effort to reward players for doing well in Vanguard strikes and in Crucible. And I'm not saying you have to give all the gear to the good players, but maybe a good thing to do is going to be, hey, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and say, if you do really well, you're going to get more reputation gains, or you're going to get more Vanguard marks, or you're going to get more Crucible marks. You know, something to just say, hey, we appreciate you not sucking at this game. Because currently, right now, there's nothing to stop me from going into a Crucible match and just standing in the corner and coming into the room every once in a while and pressing X on my controller to keep from idling out. I'm going to get the same, you know, stuff that everyone else does, and I can go do something else productive with my day, like clean or watch TV. You know, there are tons of things that I would rather be doing than gambling. And, you know, also for the Vanguard strikes, it's going to give an incentive for players to learn how to play their class and learn how to work together, because I've played Vanguard strikes with a couple of people who are just terrible. And I understand that not everyone's going to be good, but there's no reason for them to put a half-assed effort in and get the same reward that I get if I'm making that much more of an effort. So, and look at this. Look at the Lucky Titan strike. Whatever. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys happy with the way the gear's working out? Do you think there's something that needs to be changed? Do you think that they've done this on purpose and it's working as intended? I don't know. I think Bungie has a lot of work to do with the way the gear drops work and the loot system. But, you know, we are only in the second week of launch, and that's one thing to keep in mind. So I'm hoping a lot of these things get ironed out. Other than that, I really enjoy the gameplay. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you just want me to do montages and shut up and never talk to you guys about my thoughts about the game again, because I can do that too. Do me a favor, hit like and subscribe if you have not already. Share the video, share it on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Link will be below in the description box. And stay tuned for more Destiny videos. Hope you guys have a great day. Double D out.
Zone A neutralized. Heavy ammo inbound. Zone A secure. Heavy ammo available. Good work, Guardian. Your light is strong.